like recording, rolling.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Marissa Pitts Show. This is Mouthful. Our guest today is Cory Axtell. He is the cover girl singer from Punk Band CRIMETIME out of Washington. We have their newest single that just dropped in August, Self-Hatred. And let's go ahead and bring you in. Yay! Can you hear me, Cory?
I can, yeah.
Yes, awesome. Hello. Thank you so much for coming on today. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so I know right now you have your motif on the CRIMETIME. It's one of the things that I absolutely love. I actually have their shirt. Let me see if you can see their shirt because I love them. So there's this hamburger right here. So where did you guys come up with the idea of not just like the name of CRIMETIME, but like our little hamburger? Because I love him. Where'd you come up with it?
That would be all. That'd be all Nate's doing. Our drummer, he drew that up and did that. I don't know whether it's just because he likes hamburgers that much, or
which I can see.
But he came up with fun. And then the whole thing with CRIMETIME was it was a project that they were doing just for fun up there.
Okay.
And they had ended up asking me to sing, but the name came from. Have you ever seen Super Troopers?
Yeah, of course I have.
Yeah, they're getting ready to bust the truck or whatever, you know, and he's like,
"Yeah,
time for CRIMETIME." That's where we stole that from.
I love that. I do know that I've seen online people are actually getting tattooed with the hamburger and CRIMETIME, and you've done a few yourself on people. Do you have a CRIMETIME tattoo?
Everybody in CRIMETIME's got a CRIMETIME tattoo.
I love it. What is your CRIMETIME guy holding?
I don't have a guy. I just have a CT.
Oh, okay.
I have CT.
Oh, okay. So I saw online there was somebody had gotten. Did you say Nate had tattooed it?
The one that you posted, yeah, Nate tattooed that.
Okay, because you're a tattoo artist. Nate's a tattoo artist, right? And is anybody else in the band a tattoo artist, Brian or Aaron?
No.
Okay.
No,
just when did you? They're just what?
Normal dudes and normal jobs.
Normal dudes, normal jobs. Don't be so normal, right? When did you get into tattooing? Because you're a professional tattoo artist, right? So when did you get into it?
Oh, man. I've been obsessed with tattooing since I was a little kid. I was just always obsessed with it. So I started tattooing super young out in Hemet. And then, yeah, I've just been tattooing ever since. I've been tattooing probably now 17 years.
Okay. Wow. That's a long time. Well, how old were you when you got your first tattoo?
I started tattooing on myself when I was like 13.
Did you do your first tattoo?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did a JFA tattoo.
A JFA? Oh, no way.
Yeah.
What'd you do, on your leg?
Yep. Yeah. Right.
Okay. I think like everybody who tattoos themselves starts on their leg.
Yeah, I just, I don't know. I saw a show on convicts, you know, and they're showing how they do little tattoo machines. And I was like, fuck that, dude. And I went in my room, I broke my stereo, and then like 3-4 days later, tried to finally figure out how it all worked, you know?
Yeah.
And
did your tattoo move? Did it move? Because you were 13. You've grown since then.
No, it's still there. It's all the same spot.
It's same spot. Okay, because I got my first tattoo when I was 12, and it was like on the bottom of my hip, and like I grew, so now it's like, first off, it's double the size, and it's like my whole side of my abdomen.
Yeah, no, mine's still the same spot, really. You know.
So you didn't get any taller? You just stayed short?
Stayed the same size. Legs are the same size.
Oh, that's pretty funny. See, maybe if you got on your belly, it would have grown too. Well, I mean, obviously you have face tattoos, right? And I've been watching an interview you have, and I know people always ask you about your face tattoos. So I don't want to necessarily go there. But what was your first face tattoo?
Shit, I don't know. What do I got? Oh, yeah, yep. Anchor. Anchor was my first one, and then I think I got my camel after that.
Okay.
I think. But yeah, I haven't gotten one in a long time.
Okay. Yeah, I almost got a face tattoo and didn't. I'm glad I didn't. Like, I have to say, it's one of those moments in my life where I'm like, I'm actually really glad I didn't do face tattoo, because it was gonna happen. It was gonna be some weird, and it wasn't even a good idea. It was like gonna be stars and some and it was gonna be horrible.
Like some
it would have been horrible. The reason why I like bringing up the tattoos is pretty funny. So I came across, did I upload it? I did. Okay, so this is this guy on TikTok, right? So he's blowing up right now. I don't know if you can see, he obviously has the face tattoos, right? But in the, you see this like Grim Reaper holding this old grandpa? Yeah. Well, I guess this is that's a troll that was commenting. He's a gay artist on here, and they were trolling him. So he did some crazy research and found out his grandpa just died and tattooed his grandpa's portrait. That's
fucking hilarious. Holy shit.
Awesome. I guess like another story, he has like a restraining order. Some guy, another troll, he tracked down that his ex-girlfriend put a restraining order against him, and he got the restraining order tattooed on his back. I am all here for it. I don't think I would go to those extremes if somebody was hating me online, but I love it. I think that's like the funniest thing in the world, and he is blowing up right now. Would you ever, if you had somebody that was just talking shit about Crime Time, what would you do? Would you ignore them? Would you get them tattooed? Like would you clown them back? Like, what would you do, Cory?
For the most part, I don't even pay attention. I don't even really get on social media besides tattooing. I don't with any of the Crime Time stuff at all, so I never see it. They'll tell me every now and then. People tell me shit, and I'm like, oh, that's funny, you know. But for me, I kind of like it, dude. It's like without it, what else? What's the point? Like, you know.
Yeah.
If I
totally do.
Even if everybody liked you, it'd be like, well, this is fucking boring. Like,
it's cool. And I don't think everybody can like you. I think no matter what, someone's gonna hate you. Someone's gonna want to put you down. Someone's gonna talk shit, right? I think it's just, I mean, humans are kind of horrible people, to be honest.
That's just how it goes. But
okay, what tattoo have you ever gotten? Because this is a tattoo that I always swore I would never get. Have you ever gotten a tattoo of an ex-girlfriend or anything?
Oh yeah.
Oh. What did you do after you broke up?
Left it.
Just left it? You didn't try to cover it up?
It's just there.
It's just there.
I got it.
My dad got a... No. See...
I don't remember what all I even have tattooed on my own body, so it's not like it was, for me, something that was like, oh, I can't... you know, like, that's got to go. They just all blend into one now. It's like, all right, I forget half the shit I even got tattooed on me.
That's pretty funny. And one girl is also like any other girl. All right, well, let's go back into your music. Because the reason why I brought you on was not talk about your tattoos, but I came across that this morning, so I had to jump on it. But you have 2 albums out right now, and you have a new single that just dropped in August. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I want to kind of take a step back and talk about your first album that in 2021 that you released, Let There Be Crime. And you have a music video that we're going to play, Freedom Club. And I do notice that when within the lyrics inside themselves, there's a line that says, there's a free thinking man is a threat to society, the computer wars, and forced vaccination, right? So I feel like even though this was back in 2021, it's only 2 years in, we're starting to see such a huge issue with the AI. SAG-AFTRA is on strike, right? Writers are on strike. You have people who are trying to sell art that was AI generated, right? That wasn't their own art. So the actual artists are coming back and being like, whoa, 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 that's my art. Like, you can't take that. Where do you see us going with being an artist? Because not only are you a singer with bands, but you're a tattoo artist. Like, where do you see us going with trying to navigate AI within our field?
I think that's where everybody's kind of sitting at the moment, because whether it is writing, I mean, AI will write you a song. And it'll also make your tattoo day very easy if you use it, you know, if you don't hand draw. And so I think there's going to be people that use it. There's always people like that, and there's always people that are going to stick their heels into the dirt and still hand draw, still hand write things. And so I think it sucks in that sense that, yeah, you're going to, like, you know, lose money or whatever else you could possibly think of art tattoo wise, you know what I mean? To people that use that, but at the same time, some of us are still doing that handmade creative thing, you know?
Would you ever use AI to write a song?
No, not to write a song. I think they're too, like, for me, especially when it comes to writing, it's like this, like, process. And I don't like sit down. I don't sit down and write songs to be like, oh, I'm gonna write a good song. I just like whatever comes out. You know what I mean? Half the time I don't even. I'll show it to the guys, and they're the ones that are like, oh, keep it. It's good. And I'm like, I hate it. I don't like it at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's cool. You guys have a good collaborative, you know, process. Because I've seen that a lot of your songs are written within your band too. Like this one's written by Brian that we're going to play. Other one's written by you. You have input from Nate and Aaron. And I like seeing that within bands. I feel like there's a better creative process when you can get input and be open to input. Yeah.
Well, that's how it works. That's what makes it a band, you know?
Yeah. And not just a solo.
A group activity, then don't be in a band.
Ain't that the truth, right? All right, well, this is Freedom Club from the first LP, Let There Be Crime from Crime Time.
Explosions of truth that missing the bigger picture. To get one thing we must sacrifice another. There's blood on your hands, you have no motherfucker. Pay more than you do, you get what you sow. It's hard by your time when your fucking head explodes. Trash acting and up, fucking colleges. We reserve the right to engage in sabotage. Industrial society, yeah, it's future. Industrial society, yeah, it's future. Industrial society, yeah, it's future. Industrial society, you should hear. Virus is technology. The virus is technology. Virus is technology. Everything events, threats, and society's oppression. Fear wars and forced vaccinations. Bombs attract attention, but ideas are revolutions. Industrial society and its future. Industrial society and its future. Industrial society and its future. Industrial society, you should hear. Spies unexpected, easy time takes away. My document in a nice wooden box, handmade. Give direct an address to your name. Won't change your mind and change the shape of your face. Set my first word at 25th of May. Last dog notice for a problem game. Pack full of nails, let the fucking blood spray. Cause if I can't change your mind, I'll change the shape of your face. Industrial society, yeah, it's future. Industrial society, yeah, it's future. Industrial society, yeah, it's future. Industrial society, here's your letter.
All right, and that was Freedom Cloud. This up from Crime Time off of their very first album, Let There Be Crime. And if you like what you're listening to, please take a moment to love, like, and subscribe at the Marissa Pitts Show. All right, Cory. So I know one reason I love so much about Crime Time is it's raw, it's gritty, it feels very now and in the moment, which I always love when I listen to some good punk rock. It comes across as almost timeless, right? Things that are happening at that time, we still continue to see throughout the years. But one thing I noticed in your new album or your new single, Self-Hatred, was it came across a lot more personal and intimate, if that makes any sense, in like as far as the connection, right? I felt like when this was coming together and I'm listening to it, like I felt like you were singing like directly to me, and a lot of your lyrics resonated within me with that song. Where are you going with Self-Hatred, right? Because it's a different vibe than the last two albums you've had.
Yeah, it has a big definitely different feeling to it. I don't know. It's just like I said, it's just one of those things where when it comes up, you know, like I write. That's what I do, even if I wasn't in bands or any of that. I sit and write a lot. I don't know why. It's like a nervous habit for me. And, you know, just like smoking cigarettes. That's what I do. I sit down and I doodle on napkins and I smoke cigarettes and I write down words. And, so yeah, I mean, that one just kind of came up and out. The Parasites EP we did was all out of poetry. Like it was all this poetry that I'd been writing. And we're like, yeah, we're all from bands. We're used to having silly songs, funny shit, fucking off, doing whatever, right? Having fun.
Yeah.
So I was like terrified to release anything that I had written that was like more personal. I was like, fuck. And then I was like, but that's the whole reason you got to do it too. Is like, at the end of the day, you're a person. And if you're going to sing to people, then you should probably have the same exact feelings. You know what I mean? And like, in that sense of like, I had to convince myself not to be fucking weird to put it out. Like, no, dude, that's normal shit. Like, not everybody wakes up in a good mood every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think that's why I loved it so much too, is, you know, because I suffer, you know, I have moments and days where I'm depressed or my anxiety kicks in really bad. You know, I try to be happy. I try to just go forward. Right? I got a daughter, trying to be there for her. And then there's just moments where I just want to give up. Yeah. Right. And not go forward. And you have this line in here that really made me stop and like think to myself. And it goes, a self-made hell with the key in my pocket, suffer the torment. I never learned to unlock it. What does that mean for you?
That for me is that same exact feeling of being stuck in your head. Or like for me, you know, like I go to the doctors and talk about my fucking problems, right? And they give me medication, but then I'm like, fuck that, I don't take medication. You know? So then I've lived this entire life of knowing like, you know, whether it's abusing drugs or alcohol or anything else. And so anybody that knows me knows I'm 100% sober or I'm 100% off the fucking rails. Like no middle ground. So, you know, like, you know, you're fucking not doing anything to make yourself better, but you're almost fighting with yourself purposefully to do it. You know, and you're keeping yourself in that shit, because I feel like when you deal with depression too, that's a lot of it. And a lot of people don't want to admit to that. Same reason why you get sad, you start listening to sad songs. It's like, you're not changing the fucking radio to a happy song, dude. You gotta feel better. You're fucking wallowing in your shit and you love it.
Yeah, I feel like it's very cathartic to have music that reflects back what's happening inside. Right. You know what I mean? I think that's one reason why I love, you know, punk rock so much in that sense. And I always laugh when people talk about like, we were talking briefly about this, about it being like a scene or a look. And I always just like, to me, was never punk rock. Like, to me, I feel angry inside. Like, I feel like there is a fire inside of me consuming me that I'm trying to always contain and Tamp and Not Let Go. And it was when Dead Kennedys was the first punk rock, band I heard. And all of a sudden I was like, what I couldn't put into words, it was in those songs.
Yeah.
And I felt seen and heard, right, in that sense. Like I felt that someone actually knew me. And obviously, Jello Biafra has never met me. I've seen him play many times, but it wasn't that. It was that feeling of connection that I think we all look for artists. And one thing that really irritates me, within our scene and as an artist is when you hear people put bands down for not wanting to make a living on their art. Like you have to be poor. You have to play only backyard gigs, right? And to me, like it frustrates me because here you guys are like a band that I would want to go worldwide and have that message and be able to connect with people. Like your music connects with me.
Yeah.
What do you feel when people tell you that you're not being punk because you're playing a big gig?
Tight. Cool.
You gonna get them tattooed on you?
Yeah. Just tattoo that shit right across my knuckles, dude. Not punk.
Not punk. Read it.
N-O-T-P. Spelled it wrong.
That's pretty funny. That's actually like really funny. Because I feel like, being able to just enjoy the music and have a living off it, I think is really important, right? And having a way to express yourself.
At the end of the day, it's music. And anytime I hear any kind of genre or any artist get put down, it's like, change the fucking radio station then. Mm-hmm. Change the fucking channel.
Yeah, literally, right?
Worse. Like I think that's why I don't really deal with social media too much either, because I'm like, this is embarrassing. Like I'm embarrassed for you. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? You see some people just go off on things, and you're like, wow, man. If you don't like fucking green beans, you don't eat them, dude. Like, we're not going on grocery outlets fucking website like, how dare you sell green beans, you fucking asshole.
No green beans ever.
Ban the green beans.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Fucking.
I do.
Whatever, dude. Yeah. If it's not punk, whatever. I mean, most people without those bands getting any kind of recognition wouldn't even know what the genre was. Mm-hmm. So
it's very true.
You can knock it all you want.
Very true.
Anytime you hang out long enough with people and they start bringing up the bands that got them into punk and they have that same attitude, it's like, that's really weird, dude.
Weird, you know those bands then.
It's really weird. You're going to hate people for liking that same shit, but that got you into it, so.
Exactly. Well, I want to definitely play while we still have time. This is Self-Hatred, your newest single that just dropped this August. So tune in. It is definitely a banger.
Clicking away, cause I forget. Breaking the rules, this reaper regret. Talk down, one till nothing fucking left. Breathe it on my lips, you can taste it on my breath. We got the end of live more than I have left. You can have my pen when you speak your last breath. So I'm cashing in my check, prepared for my death. Send girl.
Try on my sunglasses. Whoa, that looks awesome. You know how cool you look right now? You look like the devil. Here. Smoke one of my cigarettes. Put one of those in your mouth.
So I have to play the ending of that song because that like threw me off.
It's so funny though.
So great. Why did you leave it on there? Because I love it. Why did you leave it on there?
All right, so this is called in this band we call this Secret Time, and so now it's Secret Time. There used to be a show on Comedy Central called Whitest Kids You Know, and they did like all these funny ass skits. There was this one where like the little kid goes into the room, finds a handgun, points it at the dad. It's like the anti-gun commercials.
Yeah.
And the dad's like, God, you look so cool. You look like the devil. He like puts his sunglasses on, puts a cigarette in this kid's mouth, and he's holding the gun. I'll
You gotta send it to me. I gotta see this.
It's so funny, dude. But he says, oh man, you look like the devil. So when we did the first record, we were up in Seattle recording that record. And Brian, I was like, good. Like we were doing a couple takes, and I was like, good. And he's like, you sound like the devil. And so then every time now, anytime somebody nails their part in the studio, it's like we don't say good job, dude. We're just like, you sound like the devil. Like the inside, like it's like the inside thing with that. So I was telling Chris, who did this record from Zoe Media, that story. And then when he sent it, I didn't hear it the first 2 times.
Oh.
And then finally one day it was playing, and I heard it, and I was like, oh, he put that on because I told him the story, and I was like, that fucking guy, dude. Like, that's so that. I don't think he was actually going to keep it, but they kept it, and I was like, that's hilarious.
I'm so glad you kept it because it really was like, I got to find out why. What was happening? What is going on? Thank you for your secret time.
Yeah.
You sound like the devil.
Like the devil.
Oh, that's the best. I love that. I know you just got back from Rebellion overseas. Also back in August too. So you had a very, very, very busy August. How was that? 'Cause that was the first time you toured out in Europe, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Did you do just the UK or did you do Europe?
Yeah, we did just UK.
Okay. And how was that? How was that for you?
Go any longer? It was awesome. Man, that place is cool. Scotland, especially Scotland, is a trip.
Yeah.
It was it's definitely weird checking it all out, you know.
Did you find what difference did you see between like UK punk and West Coast American punk?
I felt like I was probably like one of the youngest people at Rebellion. Like over there, if you're a punk rocker, you're a punk rocker.
Yeah.
I definitely saw a lot of people that really support it. Where over here, unfortunately, you do have a lot more fighting arguments when it's like the same exact shit, you know? But, and that's not to say like that's everywhere over here. It's just, that was the difference I noticed, is like everybody was like really interested in meeting each other. Yeah,
I got that same feeling when I was out there. I was like, oh, this is actually a community. Like, it's not just like, oh, this is I'm from Riverside, I'm from LA, and I'm from Orange. And it was like, oh no, this is a community. It didn't matter where I went in the UK. But I was like, it was always welcoming. It was like, oh, okay, you're into punk rock, so am I. Cool. There was something to talk about and have a drink over. Right. Or, you know.
Yeah. And it was a little bit of everything too, which was cool. It's not like just the, like individual groups, you know, like, you know, like what you'd have with like your rock and roll punk rock or, you know, like, you know, it's like over there. Yeah, cool, dude. I like Dead Boys and I like Discharge.
Yeah.
Like, what's up, dude?
That's what I love about too. I noticed that their range of music, they were okay saying that they like something else that wasn't punk rock. Like it was okay. It was like, oh, I can like other things where I felt, you know, when I was getting into punk rock, like I've always embraced all music. So I really never gave a shit, but I do know people who did, and they would like hide that they used to listen to like Green Day or something weird where I'm like, why would you hide something that you liked and enjoyed just because somebody says it's no longer cool anymore? I don't know. It was always so weird to me. But I do have that you have a tour coming, or not a tour, but you're playing in the Atlanta 40 Fest, correct? In Georgia, Atlanta?
Yes.
So, and then I saw that they had said it was the first time they're bringing in a Northwest punk band. So, congratulations on that one.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
you're popping their cherry, baby. You popping that cherry.
Yeah. That's cool. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't really deal with any of the crime time stuff. So, like, those dudes, they text me and they're like, here's where you're at. I mean, even last week, it was like, you got to show the 7th and the 8th in Seattle. You got your plane ticket booked? I'm like,
I do now, right? As you're like on the phone booking the plane ticket.
yeah, booking the plane ticket. Okay, I guess I'm going to be there then. So it'll be cool, though. I'm excited.
So is that your show coming up right now in Seattle?
We have 7th and 8th. I'm not sure. I think it's Portland or Seattle, somewhere up there. And then there's 2. So there's the 7th and the 8th. And then I'm up there this next week tattooing as well. So it's kind of just back and forth. Yeah. Traveling.
You guys need to come down and play in LA so I can come see you. You need to make it happen.
Definitely. We want to for sure. I've always loved everything about LA, going to shows to LA and all that. So
yeah.
It's one of those things where it takes time, you know. It's like you kind of get your band out there in like one area and then you go other places and you're non-existent.
Yeah.
So you got to put in the work, you know.
That is very true. Like with everything, right? And where can our listeners find Crime Time on your socials? Since you don't go on socials, do you know them?
I know they have everything. I know there's like Spotify and Instagram.
They are.
And all that. It's usually just Crime Time Official.
Yep, Crime Time Official. You'll find them. If you just put in Crime Time, it will be a TV show that pops up. So make sure, put Crime Time Band or Crime Time Official. And you're all very easily found. Please definitely everybody follow, like, love them, download their music. They're on Apple, Spotify, all your major music platforms, and definitely buy from them. Bandcamp, buy directly from them. They have a website, Crime Time Official, so that you can always get that. And if you loved what you heard today, please love, like, and subscribe to the Marissa Pitts Show also. And Cory, Mr. Cover Girl, which I always love. I love saying that because like on your website it says Cover Girl.
You ready? You ready for secret time?
I did.
That's the nickname because my eyelids are tattooed. Easy breezy, baby.
All right. Well, and if you guys want to get a tattoo from Cory, you're out in San Diego right now, correct?
Yeah, right now I'm at North Park Tattoo. Let's see, November I'm in Vancouver, Washington at New Ink from the 2nd to the 10th. Then I'll be at Thornburg Tattoo in Redmond, Oregon. I will be at Boomerang Tattoo in Pitt, Idaho. And then I'll be back here and everywhere else I decide to go to.
Nice. You can definitely find Cory. He does have an Instagram. Okay. Yeah. So you can. Axtell Tattoos. You can go ahead, like, and follow him. He's an amazing artist, not only with tattoos, but also with your band. So, Cory, thank you once again for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Hell yeah. Thank you for having me.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Have a good day. I'll see you later.
Thanks, Jared. Peace.